So the real reason why I married Rachel, an American, is for a green card. So thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hope to see you in the next one. Bye. Okay, just kidding. But we actually do get asked this question a lot. So today we're going to be sharing pretty much our love story from how we met to how we got married and why I chose to marry her.
Alright, so this is way back in September of 2012, September 21st to be exact. And we were at a church potluck, it was for young adults, and I look across the room and there standing in the food line was this really handsome guy. Okay,
back up. So this was my first event at this like young adult group. So I walk in. And
I'd been going there for like 9 months at this point.
Yeah, so she's been there for a while. And I walk in and it's just lots of people there. It's kind of overwhelming. And I'm like, people are introducing themselves and all that. And so this girl comes up and she was like, so I walk up to the line. I'm hungry. There's a food line.
So he's in the food line and I walk up to say hi. And this guy ignores me and goes and gets his food.
The thing is, the food line was moving. And I can't just like stop there because I'm going to hold up the line of people behind me. So
Not worth it apparently.
But after grabbing my food,
he did come back.
I said hi to her. And we talked.
We did. And he was sharing that it was his first time there and was really nervous trying to remember everyone's names. So I'm like, oh, like I know everyone here. Just let me know like if you forget anyone's name.
Yeah, so I was like, great. She was super friendly. Like, you know that person at a party, like the host or whatever, they're like super engaging with you, really friendly. So I was like, wow, that's amazing. Like she's really friendly with me. So I was like, as long as I remember her name, and you know, she will help me with everyone else's. So it worked out well.
That was a good strategy.
Good strategy. Little did I know though.
Okay, it was. Why is it so maniacal? So for the first night, I definitely...
I can see you blushing already.
Stop. I definitely had a little crush, and like all my girlfriends there knew, and they all knew that I had like put my mark on him. Poor guy. But over the next couple of months, we actually started getting to know each other. We started running around. There's a lake near both of our houses that we'd go jogging around.
Okay. That's true. We used to run around the lake a lot. So I'm into fitness. I like to go out running and work out in gym and stuff. And so this woman, she's smart.
No!
She's really smart. So Facebook, with this young adult group at our church, you know, we have a Facebook group. And she puts an ask out there like, hey, anyone free who wants to go out on a run tomorrow? And I'm like, sure, and I'm not doing anything tomorrow. Let's go on a run. Sounds like a great idea. In my mind was like, okay, she's setting up this event. There's going to be a bunch of people there. I show up. And it's just both of us.
You make it sound like I messaged everyone and said, don't come. That is not what happened.
Okay.
That is not what happened.
That was not what happened. But later on in our relationship, we found out that she had planned it. She had planned it in a way that I would actually go there and respond. Right?
Yeah, I saw.
And I would be the only person there.
Stop! That was not how I was playing. I just saw that his chat on Facebook was active when I was posting it. So I was like, okay, he's gonna respond to this. But it was also my work schedule. I started later in the day. At the time you were still in school, so your schedule is different too. So most of
So she knew that I would say yes to this.
I figured you would, and
And she knew no one else would come too. See, I don't know that. I'm new.
I didn't know that. I just hoped that. Because it was just such a weird time. It was like such a weird time in the morning.
It worked out though.
It did. So we started running around and eventually he asked me out on a date.
Yeah. I mean, those runs were great because we'd like talk so much. We'd run for like 30 minutes maybe.
And talk
and
for
then
2 hours.
For 2 hours at the parking lot. It was hilarious. It's so funny. It hadn't hit me yet that I kind of have like a little crush on her. It hadn't hit me yet. But I just enjoyed our time together, our chats. It was just so great.
So easy.
So yeah, it was so easy. We just really like jived together so well. But so anyway, while we were talking like for 2 hours in this parking lot, I was just like, hey, do you want to just go grab lunch and continue talking? You know, like out of nowhere, it just came to my mind. And I just blurted out, and not expecting her to say yes. And she's like, sure, let's go.
But I did have the caveat. I was like, I didn't bring my wallet with me. I have no money. And he's like, it's okay.
I was like, it's nothing.
So he paid for the lunch, and then
No.
Oh,
Wait.
the best part, the best part.
Yeah, the best part.
Okay. So I asked him, I was like, where do you want to go? And he goes, oh, that one steakhouse. I'm like, which one?
Okay, so the place that I was thinking in my head is Chili's. I come from Malaysia. Chili's seems like a steakhouse. I don't know what's the. Apparently, the terminology steakhouse is a thing, and Chili's is not a steakhouse.
It's
I
not
don't
a
know.
steakhouse. It's not a steakhouse. Anyways, though, I was like, which one? He's like, Chili's. I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, okay, so we go to Chili's.
First cultural barrier already happened there.
Already happened. And he paid for lunch because I didn't have my wallet, which I was upfront about. It wasn't like I tricked him. But afterwards, both of us left, and we were thinking separately, like, was that a date? Was that not a date? What was that?
I wasn't sure. I was like, wait, what? Is it just a friend hanging out?
I was texting all my girlfriends, like, okay, we had lunch, but like he paid, but what? And everyone said it wasn't a real date.
Yeah, so a couple of days later, I was like, you know what? I need to ask her out, right? Like, not just like, hey, let's get her lunch, you know, like really say, hey. So I did it. And after one of our runs, like, hey, you want to go on a date with me? And she's like, yes. I was like, great. And I had already planned out everything. At this time, I was like, I know this great Malaysian restaurant that we should go to. In my mind, I was like, I'm starting to know this girl. Food is important for me. Very, very important. I'm a foodie. I'm a Malaysian. That's how it works.
He picked food over me the first time we met. I get it.
So I was like, I need to bring her to a Malaysian restaurant because I'm saying this in the nicest way possible. White people can be very...
What are you trying to say? What are you trying to say?
very...
Americans
difficult
can have...
with Asian food.
Okay. Americans can tend to have a more limited palate.
Yes.
Is that a nice way to put it?
With lack of seasoning. So anyway, this date is supposed to be, you know, obviously a date, getting to know her and all that, but also a test, because if she doesn't like Malaysian food, genuinely, this relationship cannot work. Like it's gonna be very, very hard, and I know that.
Yeah. So he asked me out, and he says he's gonna take me to Malaysian food. I'm just like, great, that sounds awesome. And then he tells me, I'll fetch you at 6 o'clock. Now, as an American, we only use the term fetch for like referring to like dogs playing fetch. We never, ever use it in the terminology of like going to get someone for a date. We say, I'll pick you up.
Yeah, but I speak British English from Malaysia, and it's like, hey, you know, friends, let me fetch you. So I said that. Little did I know. You can see, even during like this dating time, there's so many cultural barriers already. Which was fine, right? Now it's a funny story, but back then it's like, what?
Even when he came to fetch me, there's another cultural barrier.
Okay, yeah. I went over to fetch her, pick her up, and I come in front of a house. And I was like, huh. In the movies, they go up to the door, and they knock the door, and they greet the person at the door. But in Malaysia, we just... because there's gates and all in our houses, so we go up to the house and we just text them, hey, I'm outside, come out, you know. So I'm like, I don't know what to do. I have no clue. So I'm like, I'm going to do both. I'm going to go halfway, just close to the door, and I'm going to text her.
So I'm inside, like ready for the date, and I get the text, and I was kind of annoyed because it actually, in American dating, it's pretty rude to text. It's more polite to go to the door, so I'm kind of annoyed. And I go out, and I open the door, and he's like right there. I'm like, were you afraid to knock? And from that point on, he knocked every single time after, so he learned.
Yeah, I learned fast. So anyway, let's fast forward. Date went well. We got to know each other more. We started talking more, going on more dates.
And more importantly, I did like the Malaysian food.
Oh, she did. She passed. Chicken rendang.
Oh yeah, chicken rendang was one of the dishes, and that's still my favorite to this day.
Mm-hmm.
So by this part of the story, it's already December of 2012. We were dating, we're having a good time. But one part we haven't mentioned yet was I was already planning on going to India in January of 2013.
Mm-hmm.
And I was going to be going there on a missions trip for 4.5 months to volunteer at a school there.
Mm-hmm.
So a little bit of a long distance relationship coming up.
Yeah, so we had to continue a relationship, doing it long distance. And while she was in India, what's funny was that, you know, I'd message her, she'd take several days to...
I didn't have internet a lot. I did
Yeah.
not have internet a lot. I did not have a functioning phone
Sure.
for the first like month and a
Yeah,
half.
she lived in a very rural village in India called Varanasi. So it's difficult for her. So I get that, right? So her responses were very slow. It'll take several days for me to get a response to like my messages, which is fine. And then the length of the delay would get longer, you know. It should take now 5 days to respond, and then like a week, and then a week and a half, you know. So I was like, what's going on? And then all of a sudden she sends me a message saying like, hey, I don't think our relationship is going to work. And I'm like you know, we need to end this. And in my mind I was like, what happened? What did I do? Like, you know, I was making this about myself at first. I was
and honestly,
what
it
did I
was
do?
nothing about him. I was in a really difficult situation there. Like everything was really hard. The language barrier, the cultural differences, the rural living, and I was just projecting a lot of that. I'm like, I cannot hold on to all this and a relationship. I just could not handle all of that. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to break things off with Logesh and just try to focus on where I'm at here.
And then, so I responded back and I said, hey, you're volunteering there, you're doing such a great job, like, serving the community, that's awesome, like, don't even think about our relationship, you know, like, don't even worry about that, because do your work, once you're done, come back and we can talk, and then if it works out, it works out, if it does not, if it's not God's will, it won't work out, and that's fine, right? So that's what I told her.
Yep. So I get this message, I'm like, I still cannot do this. So I sent a message being like, nope, we're done, this is over, I can't handle this. And I get a message back from him, a very long message. Do you remember what it said?
I mean, I said a lot of things. I was like, you know what, I kept reiterating, it's okay, just do your thing there, don't worry about our relationship at all. Like volunteer, do your work, we'll talk about it when you're back.
But at the end, this part got me. This is what like, I really changed my perspective. Was at the end he said, even if there's the smallest glimpse of a chance, I'll do anything to fight to have you back. I was like, I'm like, okay.
At this point, guys, I was really in love with her. Like, I really was. I haven't even said it to her yet that I love her, but I was like head over heels for her. Like, oh my gosh. So it was heartbreaking for me, but at the same time I wanted to like give her the space. I know she's in a really rough situation and she's giving so much of her life away to help other people. So I'm like, I don't want to be the distraction, right? And so I was like, do your thing.
Yeah.
I'll deal with this later.
Yeah, so that's probably around like April. So I've been there for a few months, April, and then I come back towards the end of May. And we ended up meeting up and talking.
Yeah, and then, so I, in my mind, when she came back, and then, you know, you reached out to me, I think she
we saw each other at the
Oh, we saw
group.
each other at the group again.
Which is like the day after I got back.
Yeah, and we said, oh, let's go grab coffee, you know, something like that. So in my mind, I was like, this is the breakup talk. Like, she's just going to tell me like, hey, we can't see each other, you know, it's just, I think it's not going to work. And I'm like, it's okay. So I was prepared to be like, let's just be friends, you know, that's fine. You know, that's the conversation that I was preparing myself to.
Do you remember how long we talked that time?
Oh, we talked so long.
It was like 3 or 4 hours.
Super long. And then, the whole time I just, like, I was waiting for you to say you never did.
No, I feel like towards the middle of the conversation, we were on the same page with where we wanted to go.
Yeah, and then she said like, you know what, I want to give this another try. I want to, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wanted to continue this. I was like, yeah, let's go, let's do this.
Shh, because they're sleeping. Shh. But yeah, so then that kind of set us off on a stronger foot on a relationship.
Yeah.
Because we were on the same page. We had things a little bit more nailed down. And
you need a little bit of storm in your life to make it stronger, you know.
Yeah.
And it's a good thing. It's you know, it
Yeah.
kind of worked out. I think after that we were both like, we both knew each other. Each other were actually very invested and serious about it. You know, we knew that.
There's no games. There's no like, oh, does he really like me? It's like, no. Like, we're both fighting for this.
Yeah. And I even like told her, I mean, I didn't tell her. I said, I went up to her dad and said like, hey, can I date your daughter? You know, I did that. I'm like, hey, I'm genuine. I'm real. Like, I'll go up to your dad. I said like, hey, I like this girl. I want to date her. I want to get to know her with the view that one day I want to marry her. And he was like,
My parents both loved Logish from day one.
Yeah. It wasn't, that's a whole other story. I'm not going to talk about it, but it was such a nerve-wracking moment. But her dad is great. You all know.
Oh, you and Dad should tell that story sometime.
Sometime.
Okay. But anyways, fast forward to that August of 2013. We'd been, back together for several months, and we decided to take a trip to Malaysia. And Logish's family knew that he was going to be there, but they did not know that I was coming.
So it was a surprise.
Which is so much fun.
That's so exciting. Yeah, so we go back to Malaysia. We surprised my parents. Oh, my mom. So, as soon as my mom saw her, she didn't even hug me.
She hugged you quickly and then she hugged me.
She hugged me like just like that. And she's like, Rachel! I was like, Ma, I'm your son. Hello.
She hugged me like 5 times longer. It was great.
Yeah.
So then that trip too, I got to see Malaysia and the culture and meet all of his friends and family and just got to see who he was more. And that trip really cemented.
Yeah, that trip was like, we knew we wanted to get married. We had the conversation even
while in Malaysia.
We're like, hey, let's get married. Not right
then.
now, but let's eventually get married.
This is going towards marriage.
Yeah, so because that trip really, we got to know each other so well. We were with each other constantly. It was a great time, and she got to know like my background, my hometown, all my friends, everything. So our relationship was really
yes.
Good. It was a good trip.
It was a great trip.
Yeah.
So fast forward, we kept working our relationship. We got engaged of February 2014. What's the timeline there? And then we got married in June of 2014. So very short engagement there.
And engagement, if you guys haven't seen that video, I'll link it up here. Go check it out. Our reaction to the video. Check it out.
Oh my goodness, that was the best possible proposal in the whole wide world. I loved it.
I just wanna say that I feel that our love is real. Maybe we should hurry up and seal the deal.
We got married on June 21st, 2014 at a beautiful park. It was so lovely. It was just a really magical day, honestly. And yeah, fast forward 7.5 years almost, and we're still
happily
here.
Married.
Happily married, 2 kids.
2 kids.
It's been a whirlwind, but honestly, it hasn't been this perfect, like beautiful. Aww. There's definitely in any relationship there's ups and downs, but we've learned so much better how to communicate, how to talk through things, how to work. We're on the same team. I think that's a big part of it.
Yeah, it's just it wasn't easy, right? Like it's not just this fairy tale relationship, and being interracial, intercultural. There's so many barriers and so many challenges we had to work through. But what really helped was constantly communicating. Bringing up that really hard conversations, and sometimes conversations that we don't want to talk about. We try. I'll just share. I mean, we have a whole video planned out to talk about all the cultural differences, but I'll just share one really quick, like how food. Food is so important to me. Like seriously speaking, it's so absolute. Like it's important. Like whenever I think about food, I think about the whole family. How can I feed everyone? Does everyone have enough food? Is it the best food possible? It's important in my culture. Rachel comes from a culture where
food is fuel.
It's fuel. It's like.
And it's not for every American, I must say. It was definitely my family was raised in food is fuel. It just is what gets you through your day. It doesn't have to be the best. Totally fine as long as. And
everyone fends for themselves.
Yeah, like it's Americans typically, stereotypically, are more individualistic culture. So you're not thinking about like, oh, has every single family member, like, has my mom and my dad and my sisters all eaten? It's like, oh, like, am I fed? Cool.
Yeah. The initial part of the relationship, Rachel will be like, she'll go make her own lunch and she'll have it, and I'll be like, what about me?
I don't think I ever did that. Did I do it when you're over? Oh, I'm so sorry.
A couple times. I was like,
I don't even recall that. I'm so sorry.
Offended. But like for us.
Now I feel like, oh gosh.
I know. Like, but for us, it's like, no, you if I'm gonna have lunch, I plan it out for the whole family. Like everyone has to have food, right? You bring and you share your food with everyone. So it's just little cultural things, but we talk it out, right? It's not like we get angry and fight with each other. We talk it out like adults.
Okay, bring it in!
So you guys know, you've watched our videos a lot. Rachel is one of the most loving, kindest, caring, amazing person. Like when I started to get to know her a little bit more, I knew I wanted to make her my wife. You know, like she's everything. I fell in love with her, and it wasn't because she was an American. It wasn't because she's white. You know, it was none of that, right? Like she could be an Indian, a Malaysian, a Chinese, a black. It didn't matter. Like, but she is Rachel, the person that I fell in love with, right? And everything about her was amazing. And the more I think about it, like, man, it's like I got lucky. Like,
I'm the one who got lucky.
No.
I am the lucky one.
I'm blessed. Like, she's amazing, and I'm thankful that she said yes. It's a beautiful story. Yeah, and a lot of people also ask us, why don't you come back to Malaysia? Why don't you like bring Rachel back and live in Malaysia? The question keeps coming up, and because you know a lot of our channels about Malaysian stuff, and we, you know, our family is a blend of both cultures. You know, regardless of where we live, whether we live in America or we live in Malaysia, someone's gonna lose, right? Like, I don't get to be close to my family living in America, and if we move to Malaysia, we won't be close to her family. You know, so we have talked about this, and eventually we do want to move back to Malaysia. We want to continue living there and building a family there, but for now, we can't just like pack our bags and like, let's go to Malaysia. You know, it's a lot of planning. We got 2 kids. I got a job here. She has a job here. We have a house here. There's a lot of things to think about, right? We can't just do it
Overnight.
Yeah, overnight. It's just not gonna work that way. So, but regardless, that doesn't matter. We can live in America. We can live in Malaysia.
We can live in UK. It doesn't matter.
It does not matter. Like, this is our family, and this is how we want to build it, and it'll be a new adventure. It'll be a new story, and that's fine. But as long as we're together, we're in love. We constantly communicate, and that's what it is.
Oh, that's so poetic.
But anyway, that's our story. That's why I married her. That's why I married an American girl. If there are other things about like our marriage or our family that you guys are curious about, let us know down in the comment below. We want to create more of a series like this and talk about more about our story so that you guys can learn a little bit about being in an interracial relationship and a family. But if not, thank you for watching. If you made it this far, we love you guys. You guys know we are coming to Malaysia really soon. It's actually in exactly 2 weeks.
Craziness.
Yeah, so hope to see you guys there, right? We love you all. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye.
Bye.
I just wanna hold you for forever. Every day you're making me better. 'Cause a love like this is rare. And I wanna take you there. If I'm gonna love someone